Hello, Kirby World, and welcome to our last edition of Year-End Growth Workshops here at World Headquarters for 2025. My name's Randy McCreary, and I have along with me
I'm Mark Hilo.
Mr. Mark Hilo. And we have a, yes.
Are we live?
We are live.
Is this our final edition?
This is our final edition.
Man, it's been a lot of fun.
And we have a very, very special guest for you guys today, the President of North American Field Sales, Mr. Daniel Blalock. And a quick little bio on him, because you always know who you're listening to when they're talking. Daniel started Kirby back in 1996. He was actually recruited as a Kirby Life person from his brother who was in Kirby at that time. He fell in love with Kirby Life, recruited 11 of his best friends, went on to become a successful recruiter, DT. As a factory distributor, he was a 7-time Gold Circle factory distributor with a high month of over 600 sales. Was promoted to a divisional supervisor, won the President's Cup, the highest award a supervisor could win, and I believe it was in 2015, and now serves as the President of North American Field Sales for the Kirby Company in Cleveland, Ohio. And I know we have a couple questions for him. We're going to kind of let him talk after he gets these questions. And Mark, I think you got the first one here for him.
I do. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today, sir.
Well, Mark, let me ask you something real quick. I didn't hear the beginning. Is this are we live, or are we going to be able to edit this?
We are live.
Just want to make sure.
Okay.
We are always live with Michael, in his living room, no less. So I wanted to say, and you know, this is kind of cool how we always used to say only Kirby can do it. We've got so many amazing programs for our factory distributors and campaigns that Kirby offers. Maybe as the president, what do you think the top 1 or 2 or 3 campaigns, contests, what Kirby really does that helps to separate us from all other direct sales companies?
You know, that's it's tough because there's so many things. One of them, which isn't the most impressive, but I just looked at, and we had 5 domestic distributors receive profit protection plan checks for over 100,000. Some of them pushing the envelope a little bit over 200,000. And so that's pretty neat to see when the people that are in the top of your business, after they make all the money throughout the year through selling to consumers, to DTs, their aftermarket, not only do they make all that money throughout the year, to have that nice kind of like $100 reserve per purchase that you get back plus interest. I'm sure those 5 are pretty excited right now about the Kirby business, and so that's impressive. I would have to say what separates us from everyone else is we give away more free systems per year than other direct sales companies, and some of those companies actually sell. So we actually give away more free IPP units every year to our distributors than some other direct sales companies sell total. So if that doesn't impress you, you know, I don't. It's, you know, we're looking at close to 16,000 free Kirbys in 3 years, and that number keeps climbing. So that, the trips, the campaigns, we're about to go to Bangkok, Thailand. We've been to Dublin, Ireland. We've been to some pretty neat Barbados, some pretty neat destinations recently, and Dubai was amazing. And each one of these trips they're bucket list trips, and we take 24 winners and their spouses a couple times a year. If you're Gold Circle, 3 times a year, these amazing destinations. And the best part of it is Kirby pays for all of it. And we have reinvested a lot of money into our campaigns. And if you've been on one in the last few years, I'm sure you can attest that they're absolutely better than they've ever been. So the campaigns, the IPP money, a lot of people like the President's Awards. I think Kirby's probably famous for the 500 solid gold presidential Rolex that people win. The Rolex rings they get on 100 and 200, and then 2-tone Rolex at 300, the ridiculous ring at 750, which is incredible if you haven't seen it. Then, you know, if you sell 1,000 a month, we used to give away leases on a car. Now we just give away the car. The last winner was Tyler Johnson, so he went and picked out some sort of a Camaro race car, and we sent the check to the dealership, so that was pretty positive. But every time I'm going to either a distributor meeting or sales rally, somebody's getting a Rolex ring. So the President's Awards are pretty
Beautiful.
Well, and it's funny. I've had the privilege and the honor of working with you since 2019 when you became president, and I've watched you steer this company through so many, I'm going to say, challenges and adversities from COVID and other things, but I don't even care to mention. But you've done a great job in guiding, steering Kirby. And I guess my question now is going to be, what's the best opportunity right now in 2026 that FDs and DT should be focusing on for their growth, their expansion, their promotion, and how's that going to drive Kirby to get to that million sales that we all talk about all the time?
Mm-hmm. Well, the best opportunity for a distributor, a DT or an FD, is to develop the people underneath you. So you get the commitments from them that you're going to need to sell the volumes that you want to sell. Commitment comes from clarity when they understand what their goals are and what they're working for. And they feel like those goals and what they're working for are going to create a better quality of life. They're going to stay committed. People stay focused, not just committed, when they see real potential to improve the quality of their life. They quit when they no longer see a future for themselves and they don't feel progress. So it's important that our dealers and people that work for us, they feel progress. And we've helped them paint a picture of where they're going to go with this Kirby opportunity. And hopefully that's to becoming a factory distributor for the Kirby Company. If you make sure the opportunity you provide includes growth, purpose, wins along the way, review each person's personal advancement program if they're not on one, put them on one, maybe get with your supervisor if you want to. But when people can clearly see where they're going, they have a tendency to stay committed. So if you get the people under you focused on their next promotion, whether it's to team leader and then distributor trainee and then a factory distributor, when you keep people moving up in your organization, you keep selling more. And that's why the top distributors in the world, they've all got 4, 5, 6, 7 DTs right now. That's how they sustain that volume, because a main office can only sell so many, because a distributor only has so much time to spend with X amount of people. And once you have more people than the amount of time you need to spend with those people to retain them, you just start losing them all. And so if you want a big organization in 2026, I think it's been proven in the last couple of years, DTs with recruiters, not 1 or 2, get yourself 4 or 5 of them. And when you're recruiting people into your office and they meet these DTs that started off as dealers just like them, you're going to keep more dealers than you ever could by just you trying to divide your time amongst 10, 15, 20 different people, because you're just going to get too watered down. So the opportunity is in recruiting locations. As a distributor, there's no limit to how many of those you can have. It comes down to how much you want to sell. I think that's the opportunity. If everybody was focused on that, we have a group of distributors now really focused on it. And we've got some several DTs selling 40, 50. A few of them hit 75 multiple times. And, they're going to be the next group of factory distributors. And the offices that they're coming out of, they're Gold Circle distributorships. So I think, there's the opportunity.
And that puts them on the path to become Gold Circle themselves. So, Dan, we know you're extremely busy. We know that we're wrapping up at the end of the year and you have a lot of events coming up that you have to prepare for. We appreciate you taking the time to answer some of these questions. I know the field appreciates it. And I know we always talk about this. We always say that leadership is hard. And that leadership isn't about being in charge. It's about taking care of people in your charge. And I know you take that to heart, and you take care of the FDs and the supervisors. And I know Mark and I appreciate you here at World Headquarters. And we're looking forward to a great 2026.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And my performance only looks as good as the people I can surround myself with. So luckily, we've got some amazing divisional supervisors of some divisions that are up 50% this year. And then you guys back in Cleveland helping me, you, Randy, and Mark, and Tina, Ray, Chris Fogg, and everything that our sales team does. So it's a collective effort, but it's an exciting time. to be in the Kirby business. Fourth quarter, we're looking at some positive numbers. And last time we had numbers this positive in fourth quarter, we started off first quarter of the next year over 20% up 2 months in a row. So we're on the right track. So you're in the business at a good time.
Thank you again. As we often, and the last one will end it the same, we like to say, we are
Positive.
and we are
Out.